We're teaching guys how to tap in so that they could tap that.
June Cleaver, that whole philosophy no longer applies. It doesn't exist.
She did. Well, mama's happy. Everybody's happy. Hey, I'm Denene from My Brown Baby.
And I'm Akilah from ExecuMama.com, and you're watching the Honeydew web series. So today we are going to be talking about the importance of quality alone time for women.
Okay, so you guys get to go and play golf and basketball and football and bowling and go out with your boys for beer and all that stuff, and we're okay with that. Honestly, we are. It's cool. But when you go out, nobody really, thinks about what happens with the kids or what's up with dinner or what all needs to happen while you're off having your quality me time.
Yep. In other words, there's no mental gymnastics, right?
Right.
As one man so aptly put it, the idea is that for us, when we're gonna go out and take the belly dancing class or do whatever it is that we do, there's all this pre-me time prep that your wife has to deal with. Make sure that dinner is cooked. And again, she has no problem with that. It is her family, but it's your family too. She makes sure that the meals are prepared, make sure that the homework is already checked. All these things that need to be done, she has to do those mental gymnastics beforehand and then dash out of the house 15 minutes before the class starts. It's not just us. Trust, your wife is having the same conversation with her girlfriends somewhere.
If she's getting into a car with more than one other person or just one other person, this conversation is happening.
Yes.
Trust me on
So
this.
you're getting kind of like a sneak peek into that conversation. So we need that time just like you need that time. So if you can help us, right, and which in turn helps you.
Right.
So if you can do that by taking some of the stress, some of the pressure, some of the responsibility off of what we need to do in order to have our alone time, that would help tremendously in your marriage.
Okay, so here's an example. If I decide that I want to take a yoga class or a belly dancing class or a pole dancing class.
Okay.
Hi. And we go out and sign up for that class. I don't want to have to think about how the kids are getting soccer tonight. I don't want to have to think about how dinner's going to make it to the table tonight.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to think about how, the kids are going to get to their beds tonight.
Right.
I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to walk out the door.
Yeah, just like you do. You know that awesome magical thing that you do where you're like, going to golf, deuces. That. Like, we want to be able to do that too. So if I say to you, hubby, Tuesdays pole dancing, which because that's the one they tend to be like, oh, word?
Right,
How much you
pole
need?
dancing, you said pole dancing?
Yeah.
Right.
When we say we're going to do that on Tuesdays, and we'll remind you on Sunday and Monday, you take over the responsibilities for Tuesday. You cook something to make sure that I can leave 45 minutes early so that I can hang out with my girlfriends a little bit before or stop by the bookstore beforehand. Be thinking
or how
about
just
that.
make it to the class on time.
Yeah, I mean, really, that would be nice.
That's all we're asking, that I get to the class on time.
Yeah. So when we talk about the importance of me time, when we have that mental space to feel like we're not responsible for anything or anybody, including you and the babies and the house and all of that, just like you have that time, that frees us up to go again from happening to happy, happening to happy. And we're going to give you some solid tips on how to help us out in that department.
Right. Okay. So if I'm going to pole dancing class, make sure that the babies are fed. And you know what might happen? What I learned in the pole dancing class? I may actually be willing to give you a little sample when I come home.
Yes.
If I come home, the kids have been fed, the homework is done, school bags are packed, lunch is done.
And the house is neat.
And
you
the
gotta
house is
please
neat.
say that one. Yes, because it's
Right.
one thing to be gone, right?
Right.
And then you come back and you did all the prep before.
Right.
But then you come back and the house is like, whoa, what?
But time out. That sounds like a lot, right? Making sure the kids are fed, making sure their homework is done, making sure their bags are packed, making sure lunch is done, making sure the kids are, they've gotten their baths and they're getting to bed, making sure that the house is neat. All that sounds like a lot, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when you go to play golf or football or basketball or whatever it is you guys do when you leave. All of that is taken care of by your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It doesn't happen magically.
Right.
It's not some fancy golf elves who come in
And hold it down.
and handle all of that
Yeah.
while she's sitting back eating bonbons, sipping coffee, and watching Oprah.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
So we're just saying to share that responsibility. Nothing complicated, just sharing the responsibility.
We're not expecting you to build a house. We're not telling you to climb Mount Vesuvius.
The house doesn't even have to be super neat.
Right.
Dude,
Just-
like word. Like if I walk in and trip over something, that's an issue. If can you clear the path? Yeah.
That's all you're asking?
Yeah.
That's all we need. That's it.
Seriously.
Happy wife. Happy. Everybody knows when mom's happy, everybody's happy.
Yes.
We all know this. We all know this, right? It's no secret.
Yep.
We all know this. That's all we're asking is give us the same respect that we give you when you go out for your me time. We make sure that everything that you need when you walk back into the house is done.
Yeah.
It's handled. You don't have to worry about anything when you walk out the house, and there's nothing that is an issue when you walk back in. We're just asking for that same courtesy.
Yes,
That's it.
it's very basic. It's a human element, really, because we're in this together. We are co-creators of this whole scene when you walk in the house.
Yes. Right.
Yep.